What if death isn't the end, but just the beginning of something unimaginable? Today, we're exploring 5 documented cases of people who were clinically dead, traveled to the other side, and came back with stories that will change everything you believe about life, death, and what comes after. Case number 5, Dr. Eben Alexander, the neurosurgeon's journey. Dr. Eben Alexander was a Harvard neurosurgeon who spent his entire career dismissing near-death experiences as brain hallucinations. Then, in 2008, he contracted a rare form of meningitis that shut down his brain's neocortex, the part responsible for consciousness and hallucinations. For 7 days, he was clinically brain dead. But during that time, Alexander claims he experienced the most vivid journey of his life. He described being guided by a beautiful woman through realms of indescribable beauty, meeting beings of pure love and light, and receiving profound messages about the nature of existence. What makes his case extraordinary is that medical scans confirmed his brain was completely inactive. No dreams, no hallucinations should have been possible. When he awakened, Alexander had become a completely different person, abandoning his skepticism and dedicating his life to understanding consciousness beyond the brain. Case number 4, Pam Reynolds. Surgery beyond the veil. In 1991, Pam Reynolds underwent one of the most extreme surgeries possible. Doctors had to drain all the blood from her brain to remove a life-threatening aneurysm. Her brain activity was completely flat. Her body temperature dropped to 60 degrees, and she was clinically dead for over an hour. But Pam claimed she watched the entire surgery from above her body. She described details that should have been impossible to know: the specific bone saw they used, conversations between doctors, and even the song playing in the operating room. But here's what makes this case incredible. Pam was born deaf and had never heard music before her surgery. Yet she accurately described the Motown song that was playing, something that medical staff later confirmed. She also traveled through a tunnel of light and met deceased relatives who told her it wasn't her time yet. When doctors revived her, they were amazed not just that she survived, but that she could suddenly hear. Case number 3, Anita Moorjani. The cancer miracle Anita Moorjani was dying from end-stage lymphoma when she slipped into a coma in 2006. Doctors told her family she had hours to live. Her organs were shutting down, and tumors the size of lemons covered her body. But during her near-death experience, Anita found herself in a realm where she understood everything: why she got sick, the nature of fear and love, and her life's true purpose. She was given a choice: stay in this beautiful realm or return to her diseased body. Beings of light told her that if she chose to return, her body would heal rapidly. Anita chose life, and what happened next defied medical explanation. Within days, her tumors began shrinking. Within weeks, they had completely disappeared. Her doctors called it impossible. End-stage cancer doesn't just vanish. But Anita's recovery was documented by multiple oncologists and remains one of the most extraordinary medical cases on record. She returned not just with perfect health, but with a profound understanding of life that completely transformed her existence. Case number 2, Howard Storm. From Hell to Heaven art professor Howard Storm was a committed atheist until 1985, when a perforated intestine nearly killed him during a trip to Paris. But Storm's near-death experience was unlike the peaceful journeys others describe. He found himself in a dark, hostile realm where shadowy beings tormented and attacked him. He was dragged through what he could only describe as hell, a place of unimaginable suffering and despair. Just when he thought he was lost forever, Storm remembered a childhood prayer and called out to Jesus. Immediately, a brilliant light appeared and rescued him from the darkness. He was then taken to realms of indescribable beauty and love, where he met beings of light who showed him visions of Earth's future, both terrifying possibilities and hope for humanity. When Storm recovered, he was a completely changed man. The atheist professor became an ordained minister, and his detailed descriptions of both hell and heaven have been studied by theologians and researchers worldwide. What makes his case remarkable is the dramatic personality change that occurred. His family and colleagues confirm he became an entirely different person overnight. Case number 1. George Ritchie. The 9-minute journey in 1943, 20-year-old George Ritchie died of pneumonia and was clinically dead for 9 minutes, an eternity in medical terms. What he experienced during those 9 minutes would influence near-death research for decades to come. Ritchie claimed he traveled through multiple dimensions of existence, guided by a being of incredible love and light that he believed was Jesus Christ. He was shown different realms where souls existed after death, some trapped in earthly attachments, others in states of learning and growth, and still others in realms of pure light and love. But the most remarkable part of Ritchie's experience was being shown the interconnectedness of all life and receiving what he described as universal knowledge about the purpose of existence. When he returned to life, Ritchie possessed knowledge he had never learned and spoke about scientific concepts that would be discovered for decades. He became a psychiatrist and spent his life documenting near-death experiences, helping establish the entire field of NDE research. His detailed account, documented immediately after his recovery, remains one of the most comprehensive and verified cases in medical literature. These 5 cases represent thousands of similar experiences documented worldwide. Whether you view them as glimpses of an afterlife, consciousness beyond the brain, or something else entirely, one thing is clear: death may not be the end we think it is. Each of these people returned fundamentally changed, with a profound understanding that our existence extends far beyond our physical bodies. What do you believe these experiences represent? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more mind-bending explorations of life's greatest mysteries.